Yes, friends, I'm live right now. Everyone, please join in. I'll wait for a minute.
Sir, you're on mute.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm live on YouTube also right now. Okay, so I believe if anybody is missing out to join over here, you can join in the YouTube link. All right, perfect. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Swapna, Niveda, Munshir, Bilal, Linda, Prami, Arjun, Deepika, Hari Shankar, Abzia. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Guru Nirupama, George Kennedy, Kirtana, Veena. A lot of people are there. Good evening to all of you. Okay. So, friends, I hope everybody has joined in. Shall we start off? I think I'll just share the YouTube link also everywhere. So, if somebody is unable to join, they can join in the YouTube link. Good evening, everyone. Okay, let me just take and share the YouTube link. Fine. If you're unable to join in the Zoom, you can join in the YouTube link. All right. Put it here also. Perfect. Yes, friends. So I'm live right now so that we can start our marathons for October for the November 23 examination, as I had promised in all my regular classes earlier. So, friends, today we are starting off with RTP. There will be a 2-minute lag as far as the YouTube is concerned, not here in Zoom. Okay. Yes. But I will be watching all the comments on YouTube and I'll be replying to any of the comments that's coming there also. So today we are starting off with RTP November 23. This will be followed by MTP. We are having two MTPs, MTP part 1, MTP part 2. Again, after we complete that, I will be coming live on 18th and 19th with Super 25. That is the top 25 questions that you can expect for the upcoming exam. And these 25 questions will be heavy problems. All right. They will be questions which cover maximum number of adjustments in the limited time. So maybe some of them I would have done it in my regular classes. Maybe I have not done it. Whatever it is, I'll be clubbing up all those things in one place and we'll be doing it. So today's session is on RTP November 23. Shall we start off now, friends? All right, I'm sharing my screen. Are you all ready? Yes. All right, I'm here. And yes, here we have the RTP November 23. Let's start off with the first question. The first question is from a chapter which is called as Security Analysis. Friends, this problem we will be discussing and we'll be solving it together. And I will be explaining the logic of this one particular problem. All right. Just give me one moment. I just open my writing device.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Arvind. Okay, so RTP, SFM, RTP, November 23. Right. So now we are starting off with our first question. In 1 minute. Yes. So we are starting with our first question. That is a question on security analysis. Friends, this question is about a concept that is called as hypothesis. So when we speak about a concept of hypothesis, it's basically a form of research, what they are doing in the stock market. So when they research on the stock market, they have found out the Sensex values, 2,800 coming down, going up, etc., etc. From this, they want to find out, they want to do a test, which is called as the run test. All right. I have taken the theory of all these tests. There are different types of tests. One of them is run test. And there's a lot more theory in the chapter of security analysis. I have done that separately and it's available in my app. In store, it is available as a theory marathon. All right. Here, I'm not focusing on that. Here, I'm going to give you the problematic solution of this question. So, in order to solve this question, I would like to catch one of you who would interact with me on some basic areas of this question. So let me catch someone. Geetika Dinakaran, are you there? Please unmute and tell me a hi. Yes, Geetika, are you there? Let me catch somebody else. Ansa Ronnie, are you there? Geetika, can you interact with me by unmuting?
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay. Hi, Geetika. I'll ask you a few simple questions. Question number 1. Here, the first day, the price is turning out to be 2,800. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Next day, the price is falling down. So when the price falls down, they call it as a minus sign. All right. So here you get a minus sign, negative sign.
Okay.
Same way, next day, will it be a positive sign or a negative sign?
It is increasing from the previous day, so it should be a positive sign.
Excellent. Next day,
It's a positive sign.
next day,
It's a negative sign.
then
Positive, 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 negative,
negative. Very good. Then
negative.
I'll have to go down now. I have to delete this part. That's okay. I hope you understood what we are doing over here. So basically, we are trying to find out which are the signs which are going up and which are the signs that are coming down. This is done for the purpose of finding out the total of positive values, and the other one will give you the total of the negative values. All right. After we get this, we have to find out the number of sign changes. Number of sign changes. Geetika, please interact with me once again. All right, I'll just take a pen again. All right. And yes, just interact with me. So here, first day, when you look at the first day, here we have a sign coming up, that is 2,800. From here, what happens? The value is going down, correct? So it's a negative. So you have a sign change here. From negative, again, it becomes positive. You again have a sign change. But from this positive, again, it is positive. Is there any other sign change coming over there? No. Again, from here to here, it is minus. So you have a sign change. 2760, 292790. It is going up. Again, there is a sign change. So basically here, what we are trying to do is we are trying to find out the number of sign changes. So we are trying to find out 3 things over here, friends. Number of positive values, point number 1. Number of negative values, that's point number 2. And number of sign changes, that is point number 3. So I'll just go down and show you the solution now, and we'll discuss and do this part together. Look at this. See, you got a minus, plus, plus, minus, plus, 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 Like that, you have to put the signs. I'm not writing this and wasting our time. It will unnecessarily take our time, friends. I just want to explain the whole thing to you. So when you see over here, it is plus. But when you talk about the sign change, maybe I'll explain to you. From here, it was 0 to minus, sign change number 1. Minus to plus is again a sign change. Plus to minus is another sign change. Minus to plus, again a sign change. Down if you come, plus to minus, another sign change. Like that, you are having sign changes. So once you put all these things, they find out the total number of signs that they have over here. So for example, they got 11 positive changes, then they have 8 negative changes, and then they have 8 sign changes. All right. So I repeat with you. So far, what I have done is I have only found out 3 things. Point number 1, number of positives. Point number 2, number of negatives. And point number 3 will be the sign changes. Is everybody clear so far, friends? After we do this, we are going to find out 2 things over here. Step number 1, we will find out the mean. And step number 2, we will find out the standard deviation. All right. Here, mean is represented with a terminology called as mu. And standard deviation is represented with a terminology of standard deviation. All right. Now, formulas for these things are a little tricky, and I want all of you to learn this formula. Logic will come only after I finish doing the whole thing. So I repeat once again, friends. First, we found out the positives. Then we found out the negatives. Then what did we find out? The sign changes. Everybody clear? After that, now we are going to find out our mean, and we are going to find out our standard deviation. Pravina, you have a doubt? Yes, Pravina, you have to put the sign changes in the examination. Okay. So now I'll come back over here. This is the formula. Everyone go through the formula now. For mu, the formula is 2n1 n2 divided by n1 plus n2 plus 1. Whereas standard deviation has got an even better formula. 2n1 n2 into 2n1 n2 minus n1 whole divided by n1 plus n2 the whole square into n1 plus n2 minus 1. These 2 formulas you have to by heart, my dear friends. No other go. Write down this formula 10 times. You will surely remember this formula then. All right. Now, once you learn this formula and once you're clear with mu and standard deviation, we get the answer as 10.26 and we get the answer as 2.06. Now I will go to the logical part. What is the logic of 10.26 and 2.06? The logic goes like this, that the actual marks will actually vary as plus 2.06 or it will go down to minus 2.06. So how much is 10.26 plus 2.06? You get the number as 12.32. Okay. What about the other one? Do you get the answer as 8.20? Or friends, the logic of this is that your actual outcome will range between 12.32 and 8.2, and that has only a 70% probability. Now you will ask me, how did I get this probability? Friends, I did not find this. It is derived by the statisticians based on the normal distribution curve. Everybody clear? Okay, let me continue now. Below 8.2, there is a 15% probability, and above 12.32, there is another 15% probability. I'll give you 1 minute time. Can you scribble down this in your books now? YouTube students, I believe it's comfortable for all of you. If you have any doubts, please do let me know. Okay. Right. So I'll go to the next part now. Yes. So that is the concept so far. Now we go back to the question. The question is asking you to do a run test. So I'll go back to the question now. Hold on. In YouTube, is the screen not visible? Yes, the screen is visible on YouTube also. All right, let me continue now. Fine. Okay, so let me continue now. So down they are asking you to do a run test at two levels of significance. One is 5% and the other one is 10%. So I'll write down the next working note. Run test at 5% level of significance. Friends, when they say 5% level of significance, what it means is 95% probability. Okay, so now keeping 95% as the probability, what we have to do is, ideally we have learned an equation z is equal to x minus x bar divided by standard deviation. Here the formula would be t is equal to x minus mu divided by standard deviation. So friends, we already know the mu value or the average value is 10.26. Down they have given the value for 5% is 2.101. So the value is given as 2.101 is equal to x minus 10.26 divided by 2.06. Now friends, when the value of t is 2.101, it can either be plus 2.101 or it can be minus 2.101. Plus, minus. Can somebody please solve this and tell me what will be the value of x in the first scenario? Do you get the answer as 14.59 over here? And the second one, do you get the answer as 5.93? Friends, the logic of this is that if your average is turning out to be 10.26, your actual marks or your actual outcome will range from 14.59 to 5.93. And now they are looking at a 5% significance level, so 95%. So in between, you will have 90% probability. Right side, you will have 5% probability. And left side also, you will have 5% probability. Or the logic goes like this. Less than 14.59 will be this much. That is 95%. And more than 5.93 will also be how much? It will be 95%. All right. Can you just scribble down this now? I'll give you a minute's time. Can I go down? Jeswin is the Z value which is taken from the probability schedule. Yes, Jeswin, it's already given in the question. Value of T. Here it is not Z value, it is T value, but it's similar to the Z value itself. All right. One moment, let me just confirm if everything is smooth on YouTube. I believe it's comfortable here. If anybody has any concerns on YouTube, please let me know, okay? Yes. Arvind, mostly I will be announcing the SCMP Super 50 this week itself. I'm just want to, recheck the questions that are pending. We will do that very, very soon, Arvind. Okay. Yes, friends. So I believe you're done with run test at 5%. Once you're done with run test at 5%, let me do the next working note. Run test at 10% level of significance. Now everyone interact with me. 5% is 95% probability. So 10% will be 90% probability. Very good. What is the table value for 90%? 1.734. So plus 1.734 is equal to x divided by 10.26 divided by 2.06 minus 1.734 will also be the same. Can you please solve it and tell me what answer you get over there? Do you get the answer as 13.83%? And the other one would be 6.69. Or what is the logic of this now, friends? Can you tell me? Average is 10.26. The actual will range between 13.83 and 6.69. I think now it is 90% probability. So I'll put 80% probability in between, 10% on the right side, another 10% on the left side, so that the probability from here till here will be 90%. Same way, probability from here till here will also be how much? 90% only. I'll give you 1 minute, write down and finish it off. We are done with the first question. All right, can I go to the next question now? Friends, the moment this session gets over, I will take this PDF and I think we have made a WhatsApp group, correct? I will be sharing that PDF in the WhatsApp group itself. If anybody is not there in the WhatsApp group, I will share the link with all of you so you can join in there. One minute. I am not an admin in that group, friends. I cannot add you. Let me take the TJ squad group and I will share that link over here. I'll share it in the YouTube page. So if anybody is not there, you can join in from there. All right. Perfect. Can I now go to the next part, friends? So I believe we are done with this one particular question. Shall I go to the next one now? Deepika, drawing this is not an issue. Draw it with a pencil. That's all. Okay. This will explain the logic of why you're doing something. Okay. Right. Can I go to the next one now? Question number 2. Security valuation. Now the questions are more logical. First one was a difficult question, but I have explained the logic, so it should be manageable for all of you now. Question number 2, I will write down working note number 1, basic data. All right. Point number A. What has it told? Company has a current earnings of 3 rupees per share. Earnings is equal to, friends, please scribble down along with me, okay? And you have how many shares outstanding? You have 50,000 shares outstanding. Sorry, not 50,000, 5 lakhs. The company is planning to issue 40,000 7% convertible preference shares of 50 rupees each. Of 50 rupees each. This is question number 2. All right, 50 rupees each at par. So now the preference shares are convertible into 2 shares for each preference share. So there's a conversion ratio that they have given over here. Okay, what is the conversion ratio that they have given? 2 preference share. 1 minute, let me confirm that part. 2 shares for each preference share. So I can call it as 2:1. That is 2 equity share for 1 preference share. All right. Okay. So once you write down this, all right, then they have told equity share is having a current market price of how much? MPS is equal to 21 rupees per share. From this, they're asking you a few questions. First, can you please copy down this basic data in your books? Perfect. Can I go to the next one now? Friends, in order to solve this along with the logical part, I would like to share one solution that I normally do in my regular classes. So we can correlate the same format over here and we can do it. That you can get it from the notes. So it will be easier for you to understand the logic. Otherwise, it will take me a lot of time to explain the logic. If you go to notes and you click on SFM notes, here we have a chapter called as security analysis. Yes. Yes. Here, this question is similar to what has come over there. This is a much better question. And here, I have given the logical answer one by one. So, for example, here it is a conversion value of debenture. But in our example, it is turning out to be the conversion value of what? Of preference share. So, what I will do is from this data, I will write down working note number 2, conversion value of preference share. All right. So how you do that is you take the market price of one equity share, you take the conversion ratio from which you get the conversion value. So here, how much is the market price of the equity share? 1 minute. It is 21 rupees. Okay. Now tell me, what is the conversion ratio that you have over there? Is it 2:1? Therefore, can you tell me what will be the conversion value of preference share? Will it turn out to be 42, friends? I'll give you a minute. Can you please scribble this down? All right, can I go to the next part now? So once you're done with conversion value, same way the next point is market conversion price. So I'll write down the next working note heading, market conversion price. So here what we do is we take it the other way around. What is the market price of the preference share is what I take first. Now tell me, what is the market price of preference share? Let's check the question. 50 rupees, correct? Okay. What is the conversion ratio that you have over here? 2:1. Therefore, what will be the market conversion price that you get over here? It will be 25 rupees per share. Or what they're trying to tell you here is that if price of one preference share is 50, you are converting in the ratio of 2:1. Ideally, the price of one equity share should be how much? 25. But as of now, what is the price of one equity share? It is only 21. It should have been how much? 25. What is the difference coming over here? 4 rupees. This 4 rupees is what the company will pay as conversion premium. I'll give you a minute. Can you write down this in your books now? Anirudh, your doubt is this is also called as conversion parity price. There are multiple terms for this, Anirudh. We will cross-check the terms in the end. Okay? They use 2-3 different terminologies for the same thing. Thank you, Manjunath. All right. I think once you get this, then I will write down working note number 3, that is conversion premium. Okay. So here what I will do 25 minus 21 divided by 21. So that is 4 divided by 21. Can you tell me what is the answer you get for this? Do you get the answer as 19.04%? Can you please scribble down this in your books now? Perfect. So I believe we are all done with this part. Can I go to the next one now? Okay. So once you are done with this part, let's go and read the requirements now. They are asking you to find out the preference shares conversion value. I believe we have already got the answer. Preference shares conversion value is how much over here? It turns out to be 42. Everybody clear with this part? Next question. What is the next question they have asked? What is the conversion premium in percentage? Have you got that answer? What is the answer you get over here? 19.04%. Next question. Assuming that the total earnings remain the same, calculate the effect of the issue on the earnings per share before conversion, EPS after conversion. So I'll write down the next working note, EPS before and after conversion. I'll draw a table now, particulars. Before conversion. Next question is after conversion. All right. So now first I'll start with the earnings that is given in the question. How much is the earnings told in the question? 5 lakh into 3. So do I get the earnings as 15 lakhs? Now, is this the earnings after tax? Yes, that is the EPS, means it is the earnings after tax. Now, earlier case, what was happening? They were paying some preference dividend, correct? How much was the preference share? They were having 40,000 into 50. Into 50. That is into 7%. So do you get the answer as 1,40,000? After conversion, will you have any this thing? No, no preference, correct? So now tell me, what will be the earnings available to equity holders? That will be 15 lakh minus 1,40,000. Do you get the answer as 13,60,000? Whereas in the second case, it will turn out to be how much? It will be 15 lakhs only. Okay. Then I will like to put the number of shares. All right. So what will be the number of shares in the first case? Is it turning out to be 5 rupees per share? One moment. ₹5. What is the number of shares that they are having as of now? 5 lakh shares. After conversion, the conversion ratio is said to be 2:1. So if I'm not wrong, they will be having how many? 40,000 preference share was there. It will become 5,80,000. So in bracket, you have to give a note. It will be 5 lakh plus 20,000, sorry, 40,000 into 2. So now tell me, what is 13,60,000 divided by 5 lakhs? Do you get the answer as 2.72? Okay. What about the second one? 15 lakh divided by 5,80,000 will be 2.58. Everybody clear with this part now? Okay. 1 minute, please write it down.
So I have a doubt.
Yes, please tell me.
This earnings of 15 lakhs, when we are computing it based on EPS into the number of shares, isn't it already after deducting the preference dividend of 1 lakh?
That's a very good point. EPS, is it earnings after tax divided by number of shares or earnings after tax but before? Let's read the wordings of the question once. Has earnings of 3 with 5 lakh shares outstanding, the company plans to issue Okay, so it's not yet issued. All right. That's fine. Okay. If the word was not plans to issue, then it would have been different. You want working note number 2? Perfect. Can I go to the next part now, friends? All right. So we are done before conversion. Now I'll write down the next working note. Next working note. What will be the next working note? If the profits after tax increases by 1 million, that's it. What will be the EPS before and after? Exactly the same thing, friends. Revised EPS if earnings increase by 1 million. Okay. So I write particulars before conversion. And here I will write down after conversion. Okay. Point number A. Now tell me what will be point number A. I will again put the earnings. So what was the earnings that we had earlier? Earlier our earnings was 15 lakhs. Now it will become how much? 25 lakhs. Rest everything will be the same. Then you will reduce the preference dividend. I think that was 1,40,000. Nothing over here. So that will become 23,60,000. And here you get the number as 25 lakhs. Earnings after dividend. All right. Then I will put the number of shares. So what is the number of shares? Earlier we had 5 lakh. Now it will be 5,80,000. So what is the EPS you get over here now? 4.72, and the other one will be 4.31.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, we are written as revised EPS if earnings increase by 1 million, but after conversion, we are doing the earnings as 25 lakhs itself.
Correct. After conversion also, before conversion also, they say that the only thing they have told over here is that the earnings is increasing by 1 million. That's all.
Then we are not changing from 25 lakhs to 35 lakhs now, sir.
No, from 15 lakhs, it became 25 lakhs.
Sorry, sir.
That's fine. That's fine. No issues. Fine, friends. Can I go to the next part now?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if the wordings were not like the company plans to issue, we will assume that the earnings will be after preference dividend rate. Sir.
Exactly. Yes. What you're saying is right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. George, you're down to the 2. Why didn't we do 50 minus 42 by 50? I think you'll get the same answer. Just try doing it that way. 50. That's 16%. Do 50 minus 42 divided by 42. Do and see. Yeah, you can do divide by 42. You'll get the same answer, George. 50 minus 42 divided by 42. You will get the same answer. All right.
Good evening, sir. Sarvamagala here.
Hi, Sarvamagala. Tell me.
Sir, so in this case, if that line that company plans to, just give preference dividends, if it wasn't there, so we'll just take the earnings and then directly divide it by the number of shares, is it?
Exactly.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you.
All right, friends. Can I go to question number 3 now? Okay. So I'll write down question number 3. Working note number 1. Basic data. Point number A. A share of tension-free economy is currently quoted at a price earnings ratio of how much? 7.5 times. Is equal to 7.50 times. The expected retained earnings per share being 37.5% is 3 rupees per share. So retained earnings what they have told over here is expected retained earnings per share being 37.5% is 3 rupees per share. So from this, I know that the retention ratio will turn out to be how much? 37.50%. All right. From this, friends, can I indirectly find out, therefore, what will be my EPS? Is it 62.5? That will be the payout ratio. Am I right? Yes, payout ratio will be 62.5. Correct. I'll just write down. Payout ratio will be 62.5%. And how much will be the EPS that you will get over here? 3 divided by 37.5. Do you get the EPS over here as 8 rupees per share? Correct. Therefore, we can find out the DPS also, right? I think the DPS will turn out to be 5 rupees per share. I will call it as D0 because all this data is from the audited financial statements. I hope your textbook also takes it that way because many a cases your textbook and material gives different answers, friends. Okay. Now, I'll go to the next part. So once you get this as the answer, that is 5 rupees per share, I will go to the next part and I will read through the next part of the question. They want you to find out the KE if the growth is 12%. KE. How do you find out KE? P0 or price today. Okay, I can find out the MPS also here. MPS will be 8 into 7.5. What is the answer you get over there? ₹60. That's the price today. So the formula should be 60 rupees is equal to D1. D1 will be 5 rupee plus growth. How much is the growth? Growth is going to be 12%. Divided by KE minus 12%. Can somebody please solve it and tell me what's the answer you get over here? You should get the answer as 21.33%. Do you get that answer in your books, friends? Perfect. Let's cross check with the RTP solution, friends. Sometimes they will take the D1 as D0. Then the answer will go wrong. Let's check what they have done. They have got the answer as 20.33%. I think I predicted it right. They have taken the 3 rupees as 5 rupee. They have taken it as D1 rather than taking it as D0. But friends, that is not correct. Why? Because in this question, if they give an EPS, how do you find out EPS? Earnings divided by number of shares, correct? Have they used the word expected EPS? No. So that would mean this is from the audited financial statements. If it is from audited financial statements, that only means that this price, whatever is mentioned over here, is D0. It is not D1. So I'll go with the right answer. If you want in the exam, you can go and write 20.33 and give a note. Assumed that 5 rupees D1. All right. Perfect. Can I go to the next part now? Now
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Sorry.
Tell me.
Sir, they have used expected retained earnings, no, sir?
1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. They have quoted a PE ratio. Yes. Then I have to correct myself. Thank you for correcting me there. They've used the word expected, friend. So then 5 plus will not come. Then the answer will change. Okay. Can you tell me if that's the case, what's the answer you get over here? Do you get 20.33? We can give a note below since it is expected retained earnings. It means cash flows are for the next year. Hence, dividend is D1. Please scribble down this in your books, friends. Fine. Can I go to the next part now? Okay. The next thing they're asking is, if the growth rate is 13, what will be the market price? So I'll write down the next one. Revised price. All right. So I'll write down P0 is equal to D1 divided by 20.33% minus growth. What is the growth that you have over here? 13%, right? Can someone tell me what's the answer you get in this case? Do you get the answer as 68.21? Perfect. That answer is right. Shall I go to the last part now? Then they are saying, if the KE is 18 and the growth is 15, find out the market price. I'll write down situation number 3. P0 is equal to D1 is how much over here? 5 divided by KE is 18 minus 15%. Can you please tell me what's the answer you get over here now? Do you get the answer as 166.66 rupees per share? Please write down. We are done with this question. All right, friends. Can I go to the next part now? Okay. I'll show you the note once again, Siddharth. Sindhu, you have a very good point. Why can't we use KE as 1 divided by PE ratio? That is one of the formulas. But in this question, if you check the details, they have given you D1. They have given you all the details that are relevant for Gordon's model. So once they provide the details, by default, we have to presume we are doing it using Gordon's. Ideally, practically, if you do it using 1 by PE ratio, you are not at all wrong. Your answer will still be correct only. Done, friends. Shall I go to the next part? Yes. I'll go to the next part now. Next question. Question number 4. Portfolio management. Okay. They have given 4 types of securities: bond A, bond B, share, preference share C, and preference share D. I think first 2 cases, they are asking you to find out the value. Friends, value of any asset is nothing but the present value of future cash flows. So I'll do it for bond A and bond B are regular bonds. Remaining 2 are perpetual bonds. So I'll write down over here. Working note number 1, bond A. Here, cash flow, discount factor, discounted cash flow. So in this, what I will do is I'll write down year 0. Okay, now tell me year 0, question number 4. Year 0, what is the cash flow they have told? Coupon rate is 9%. So 9% on 1000 will be 90 rupees, correct? Life is 3 years. Year 1 to 3, it will be 90. At the end of year 3, it will be 1000. What is the discounting factor? 12%. We have to take the present value. Okay. Same way, let us take bond number B now. Bond number B. Can you please do bond number A in the meanwhile and tell me the answer? Life is 5 years, year 1 to 5, 10,000 rupees into 10%, correct? So that will be 100 rupees. At the end of year 5, how much will you get? You will get 1000. What is the discount factor for the second case? That's also 12% discounted cash flow. First one, do you get the answer as 9282 is the answer what they have got. 928.18. That is for one bond into you are having 10 bonds. So that will be 9282. What about the second case, friends? Can you tell me? Do you get the answer as 927.09 into you have 10 bonds, so that will be 9270 rupees. All right, I'll give you a minute. Please scribble down. Perfect. Can I go to the next part now? All right. Then they are asking about perpetual bond. So that's easy. So preference share, which is C. So here it's very simple because it's perpetuity. So 11 rupees on 100 will be 11. 11% will be 11 divided by 13%. Perpetual bond. Second D will be 12 divided by 13%. Okay, can you tell me now what's the answer you get for the preference share number C? C is 8461. Okay, so that's 84.62 into 100 bonds, is it? Okay, what about the second one? Is it 92.3? Okay, so that will be 92.31 into 100 bonds, 9231 rupees. Perfect. So when you add up all these things, I can give a heading called as conclusion now. Okay, so here I'll write down bond A. Then you will have bond B. Then you will have preference share C. And then you will have preference share D. So now tell me, when you do it like this, what is the answers that you get over here? How much is bond A that you got? 9282. What about bond B? 9270. What about bond C? 8461. 9231. So what is the total that you get over here now? 36,250. All right, perfect. So friends, we are done with this question on portfolio management also. Next question, wait, let everyone scribble and finish it off. Friends, I'll be taking a break now. My initial plan was 6:30 to 7:45, then a dinner break, and then we resume back at 9 o'clock. But I think because of some technical issue, we started off a little late. We started off by 6:45 today. Doesn't matter. We'll have a resumption. We'll resume the session from 9 o'clock after this. And we'll go on until the thing gets over. That is until the entire RTP gets over. All right. So maybe by 11 or 11:30, we'll pack up today's session. You want the previous slide? Right. Done, right? All right. So friends, let's take a break now. Okay, I will resume at 9 o'clock again and we'll proceed with the next part. Yes, Jyoti, as of now, I put the video on YouTube. Ideally, this was supposed to be only live. I'm not sure how long I'll keep the videos in YouTube because the problem is you should all retain and view it. If it's on YouTube, you view the initial part and then psychologically we tend to skip it. Purpose is you get the results out of this. As of now, it is there on YouTube, but whether it will be there tomorrow, I'm not sure. So please view it at the earliest. Okay. Or else I provide the same thing in the app. So at least you will be watching the whole thing. All right. Fine. I will see you after the break, friends. Okay. See you at 9 o'clock. Thank you. I would suggest attend live and finish it now itself. Don't keep it for YouTube. Then you will never get time. It will go on procrastinating and you will never be able to complete it. Okay. See you after the break, friends. Thank you so much.